Hello and welcome back to the Divine Witch, and we're doing a pick a card today. So today we are going to be asking, what does Loki want to tell you? Over here is our first pile, second pile, and our third pile. So I want you to take a moment and look at the three piles. Which one calls to you? Is it group 1, group 2, or group 3? Take your time. Focus on which one calls to you. Alright, now that you picked your pile, let's go ahead and start with group 1. So we're going to focus on group 1. We're going to go ahead and move these two piles. And you know what? Let's have fun with it. And here we are with group 1. We're going to go ahead and move this over to here. And let's go ahead and let's see, what does Loki have for you? So we'll put those over there, these over here, and that over here. So right now we got 3 piles, okay, out of the one pile that you've chosen. The first one is going to be what's hidden that needs to be said. The second one is what you need to focus on. And the third one is the message. So let's go ahead and let's dive in. So let's find out what needs to be said. Now the first one that we got is artificial heart in reverse. So that's telling me we're finally starting to open up more than we're letting on. Then we've also got peaceful among thorns, which is also in reverse. So this is telling me that right now, even though you've opened yourself up, there's a lot going on around you that is starting to weigh down on you. That's kind of why we got this emotion coming through, and you're actually starting to feel it because the weight and the pressure, you know, you're not calm at this moment. It's all chaotic and it feels like it's just building and building. And then we got Trump of Lies. Kind of goes in with what we're talking about here. People are asking, hey, are you okay? Is everything all right? And you can't hide it no more because everyone's seeing it. So it's like, even when you were trying to hide this and kind of keep it to yourself, it's starting to get to the point where the lines are getting blurred and the truth is being shown. And then we come to our last card, Alone in the World. So what we got going on here is, you know, right now you're in your emotions. And inside, it's an internal battle of struggle, which we see with the peaceful among thorns. And then, you know, it's getting to the point to where you can't even hide it no more, and you're starting to isolate yourself. So this is kind of what you got going on here. So let's go to our next pile and see what that has in store for us. Okay, so for the second, what needs to be said is we got the graveyard. There's a lot of things that need to be put to rest, okay? And it doesn't seem like it's been happening, which, with it being in front of artificial heart, you're starting to realize this. You're starting to realize that There's some things that need to be put to rest, and it's time to start implementing those. So then we got mischief, which is in reverse with the peaceful among thorns. So right now, even though that you're going through this chaotic emotional time right now, there's not really a whole lot of things that are going on around you in a spiritual sense that is causing any more damage. So that's a good thing. It's kind of like calm on the spiritual, but on the physical and emotional level, it's not so. Then we have the Trump of Lies in reverse, like we talked about. And then we got Banshee, which means that you need to start speaking. You need to start talking about it. You need to start putting that call out there to your familiars and let it be known. Then on our last one, we've got, above it, we got Alone in the World, which is followed by Black Cat in reverse. So that's telling me that we're not following with the things that are familiar to us. We're on an unbeaten path. We're looking for guidance, but it feels like at this moment that there is no guidance. And that's kind of when we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what does Loki have to tell you. So we got a start out with the Four of Swords. So that means, things are going to be okay. You're going to find peace. But to find peace, you have to let go. The next one that we got is the Two of Swords in reverse, which kind of goes in, with how you're feeling right now, which it feels like there is no peace. There is no end to this. And it does seem like there's a conflict that's kind of going on between you and another person that needs to be addressed. Then we got 7, the Chariot. So with the Chariot being in reverse, that kind of means we're at a halt right now, which kind of goes in with the Trump of Lies, the Banshees. We're wanting to speak things, but we're not. So from Loki's advice, you need to take a moment to stop. You're doing too much. You need to take this moment to, get calm, get collected, get everything figured out. You don't have to do everything all the time. The next one that we got is the Four of Pentacles, which if you look at the Four of Pentacles, it feels like we're on the edge. Since it is in reverse, we're not quite the way there yet. There are some things in a spiritual sense that needs to be addressed for your emotional and well-being. So this tells me that there's a disconnect between you and your spirituality that you are going to have to start addressing. And I feel like that's part of what's missing here and what's kind of, causing some of the not being able to handle the disarray that you got going on right now. The next thing that we got is the King of Wands, which means to me that you're letting some male energy aspect kind of overthrow what you're trying to say. It seems like, you're going forth with this, you're trying to have a conversation, and it's not really working out. And on another aspect, with the King of Wands showing up, it means that you need to give over some of that you're dealing with to Loki. So then we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's telling me that we're not quite there yet to receive gifts from Loki. And it's because you got a lot of things that you need to get in order before then. Because even though he is the god of mischief and chaos, there's order to that chaos. And there's always a completion. There's always a reward. Right now, it doesn't seem like there's a reward in sight. And then we got the Prince of Cups, or the Knight of Cups, which tells me that they're watching, that they're there to guide you. You just got to take the time to actually say, hey, this is what I need. I know that from what I'm getting, you're the type to not burden your God with your troubles. But that's what they are there for. They are there to guide you, to watch the progress, to make sure that, you know, you have everything that you need in a spiritual sense to help you on your way. So, you know, with this reading, all in all, there's a lot of things mentally and physically that need to be addressed. There's some confrontation that needs to be put to rest. You need to take time out and realize you can't do everything all the time. You know what I mean? You're going to have to take those moments and kind of recollect yourself. Take a moment to stop. Have that day where it's nothing and no one. Not a significant other, not kids, not friends, not family. It's your day to get into your spiritual practice and to take time to go through the inventory that you know as your life. And once you start doing that and start getting back into that spiritual routine that you've kind of been neglecting, and start, you know, asking Loki, please help me, give it to him, because he will provide you the answers. But you have to put that call out there. And just know that even when you feel like he's not around, he's around. He's watching you. He's trying to help you progress. So hopefully this has helped you. And I hope that, you know, in your journey, you can finally put some of the things that you need to put to rest. Realize that, you know, you have to be in your emotions and you got to feel them at the moment. And that you're not a burden to Loki himself. And if you like this, make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be doing multiple different videos like this. So thank you so much, and I hope this resonated with you. As you can see, we got 2 piles left. So let's go ahead without further ado and get to group 2. Alright, here we are with group number 2. We're going to go ahead and move that over here. And then we're going to separate this into 3 beautiful piles from the 1 pile that you guys selected. Alright, so here's how this goes, my dears. The first one is what is hidden. The second one is what you need to know. And the third one is Loki's advice. Alright, so let's see what is hidden. So it looks like we are envious of somebody, because we got envious and gluttony coming together, which is followed by blinded to pain in reverse. So it's not something that causes you physical harm, this jealousy you got going on, but it is something that you're wanting. And it seems like it may not cause you physical pain, but it's causing someone else physical pain. Then we've got today and tomorrow. So with these 3 alone, so we got jealousy coming up. We got that it's not causing you physical pain, but it's causing someone else physical pain. And today and tomorrow. So you're kind of hoping that whatever's going on here that you've got is that it will get better. You know, over time. Like, you know, I may feel this way today, maybe tomorrow will be better. And then we got fated to suffer. So right now this is telling me that you're admiring someone else and they know that you're admiring them, but it kind of changes from day to day, you know what I mean? Like how much it comes out when you're around them. And then, you know, when you're not around them, you feel like, you know, I'm never going to be able to achieve this. I'm never going to be able to get this. And that's kind of what we got going on. That's kind of being hidden. So let's go ahead and pull this one. Now during this, I do go back and forth between what's on top and, you know, what we just went over. So you're going to hear me talking about that a lot. So the next thing that we got is nature spirit. Not natural spirit. Nature spirit, my dears. And it's in reverse. So it doesn't feel like this is in your nature. Okay? The reason I say that is because nature spirit, being in nature, something that's grounding, something that helps you. So this is not something that you normally go through when it comes to jealousy of another individual. Then it is followed by apples and, you know, not causing them pain. So it seems like you're getting something from this individual that you're taking from them. And it's starting to kind of cause them a little bit of discomfort. Because as you see the woman going through and taking the forbidden fruit, taking something from this person. So we're kind of getting a little bit more and more of what kind of needs to be said. Either that or there's more to this person that you actually need to obtain from them to kind of get yourself to the level where you want, kind of lay your fruit bare, be like, hey, this is what I got, what can I do with this? The next thing is we got silence in reverse. So this tells me that you're not going to be silent about this for long. It is something that is weighing on your mind. It is something that you actually need to talk about. And that's kind of coming through because, you know, today and tomorrow, you keep on pushing it to the side, but it is something that needs to be talked about. Fated to suffer, followed by witch. So whenever I have the witch card pop up, to me, that's telling me that we need to manifest these things in our lives, what we're not getting, what is causing the jealousy, to where we can bring what we're, you know, wanting to get that this other person has, and to manifest it within our lives. So we need to start gathering our resources like all good witches do, and being able to manifest that and put it into the work. So that's kind of what we got going on right now. Let's see what Loki has to say about this. All right. So the first one that we got coming up is the Seven of Pentacles, which means opening doorways. Doorways to yourself that you didn't know that was possible, which is kind of what's going on here, you know what I mean? Between, you know, being jealous, being out of your nature, opening you to this new experience that you've not had before. Then we've got justice coming through, which is all about balance and trying to find that balance within oneself. To feel what they're doing, is it right, is it wrong? And that's kind of what we need to be doing, and that's Loki's advice. You need to find, you know, how do you justify this? How do you justify, you know, going to this person, whether you're taking from them or asking for advice? You know, don't overthink it. It's all about balance when it comes to this. The next one we got is the Four of Cups. Now with Four of Cups, that means that we've got a lot of things in our, you know, that is weighing on us. And, you know, how Loki is, if you want something, you need to obtain it. So you need to start having a plan. And you need to start getting it in line. You know, you don't have to step on other people to get what you want or to make it known. There's ways to go about it. And if this is something that needs to be spoken, you need to put it out there. You know what I mean? So then we got the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords means that, you know, we're not manifesting. We need to start manifesting, which kind of goes in with the witch that I was talking about. When Seven of Swords is in reverse, we're not manifesting things. We're just loosely throwing things to, you know, the wind and seeing what sticks and what doesn't. But this is not the way that Loki wants it to be. He wants you to bring that in. You know, you don't have to, you know, cause a bunch of chaos just to get what you want. You know, channel your inner Loki, so to speak, and bring it to where everything has its place. Everything that you're doing in your life has a meaning. Start putting it into action. So, then we got the Emperor. So this tells me that you need to start calling upon Loki a little bit more. Because Loki has the ability to draw people in, no matter who they are, no matter where they're from. You need to start calling upon him a little bit more. Then we got the Knight of Swords. So this is telling me that you need to be a little bit more fiercer in your approach, but not so fierce that, you know, you're causing more damage. See it as an adventure that you want to take them on with. Then we got the Two of Pentacles, which means that it's going to feel like it's one-sided for a while. And that's kind of like what's going on with your relationship with Loki at this moment, is that it feels like, you know, you're putting more weight on yourself when you could be asking for guidance to help you. And that's kind of what we're getting to see here. Now, as we go through this, there is one thing that remains true and clear. throughout this whole thing. Whatever this jealousy that has conspired and brought to you, you need to work it out. You need to be honest. Stop trying to push it to another day. Actually sit down, have the conversation, tell them what you're wanting to gain, tell them, your hopes, and maybe they can help you manifest those. And while you are getting help with whoever it is that you're jealous of, you can also be using Loki to help you achieve that. Be strategic like Loki is, you know what I mean? Everything's like a chess game. Everything has its place, and you need to find out how can you control where every piece goes. Calculating the next move. So this is what you need to focus on. If this did resonate with you and you guys did like this reading and you would like to see more that is like this, please like this video, comment, let me know, did it resonate? And I hope that whatever has caused this jealousy that's not in your nature does finally come to an end, and it turns from jealousy to partnership, you know what I mean? So I wish you the best, my dears. Alright, since this was left from group 2, little messy group, let's go ahead and get to your guys' group 3. Now that we got that out of the way, hello group 3. So let's go ahead and dive in. So we're going to move this. Our first pile is what is hidden. Second pile is what you need to know. And the third pile is Loki's advice. Now out of all the decks, this one has the most of Loki's advice. So if you chose this one, either one of two things are going to happen. There's a lot that you've been ignoring, or he about to call you out. So let's find out and let's dive in. We're going to go ahead and move these two over here. And let's see what we got. Group number 3. Alright, so it's not looking too bad so far. So perchance to dream. So that's telling me that, there's things that you're wanting to do that you're not speaking into existence just yet. And this could be something that you've been thinking of for years even. Now, the next thing that we got coming up is hiding your true self. So with proceed to dream and hiding your true self, that is telling me that you have a side of you that no one's seeing and you wish you could let that side be out. So I don't know if it's like a family thing or if there's something else going on that is causing you to have this split life, so to speak. But we've also got addicted following right after it. So this could be an addiction that you are hiding from other people. And then we've got fragmented in reverse. So it's not like you're struggling with this. So that tells me that this is here and you've known it's been there and you've come to terms with this is who you are. So as far as what's hidden, this is just between you and yourself. There is an addiction going on that you're kind of hiding from the world. So let's go ahead and let's dive into what needs to be said. So the first one that we got coming through is voices. So with the proceed to dream and voices, so this tells me that there's been situations that you've been in where the thing that you want the most is being talked about, but yet it's being down talked. So it kind of makes it to where you're not wanting to speak it into existence. The next thing that we got, which goes into hiding one's true self, is elders. So this is telling me that you're hiding it from someone who's older than you, someone who's a little bit wiser, someone that you actually see as an elder, someone that you care about their opinion. So that kind of makes sense. Now, if we look here between addiction and ritual, okay, with addiction and ritual. So this isn't something that's just like, oh, I do it here and there, you know what I mean? This is something that is really a part of you. Like it is in your daily routine. It's not something that you just do on a whim because you're like, whatever. Then over here we got fragmented in reverse and bad in reverse. So it's not like you're trying to flee from what this is. So that's a good thing. And that tells me, you stick with what it is and you know how it goes. But with that also being said, what is a bat's nature? To do it during at night. But since it's in reverse, that means this is something that you do throughout the day that is not being seen, which kudos to you, because that's a hard thing to do. I'm going to situate these cards real quick because it's bugging me. All right, there we go. So now we're going to go into Loki's advice. By the way, we're going to be here for a minute because there is quite a bit of cards here. Even I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. So the first thing that we got is the Knight of Pentacles, which means that there is... This was one of those things that was brought to you. Like, it was someone you met that had the same dream, so to speak, and it sparked something in your soul. So this is telling me that there was someone who kind of changed your life that brought it forth. The next thing that we got coming in is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is in reverse, so we're not really manifesting it. We're not really speaking about it. And from Loki's advice point, you need to keep it hidden. We also got the Two of Cups. With the Two of Cups, that's telling me there's a divide. There's a divide between who you are in the physical, spiritual sense, and a divide between what is hidden. And not many people get to see those two worlds. But with it being in reverse, you need to start integrating them into one. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be out there and open and honest with it. That's not what's being told. But you have to integrate it to where it's almost like shadow work, integrating both the light and the dark within oneself. Then we got the Lovers in reverse. So this tells me with what's going on is that this is not a love thing. This is pure, raw emotion as far as like the act itself. So then we got the Ten of Wands in reverse, which means that you're getting some interesting spiritual stuff happening that you're not willing to address just yet. And this may even be part of the addiction. Like there's this spiritual need to leave and get something in return. But it does seem like there's something going on spiritually around you. Especially when it's followed by the Ace of Swords. And this is within yourself. So this has nothing to do with any outside sources. It's not like somebody's got something against you or a curse or anything like that. This is all brought on by yourself. So the energy that you're manifesting is surrounding you and engulfing you. Then we got the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles means that we got a choice that's going to need to be made here soon. Especially since it's in reverse and it's not going to be a choice that you're going to want to. Do, 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 do. My, oh my. So we got the Five of Cups in reverse, which is telling me that there is someone that you're wanting to control, my dears, which is followed by the High Priest, which is followed by the World. So this is a whole complete process that is going on right here. And it's something that you need to bring into the light. You need to bring in that Loki energy, my dear, to help you manifest and complete it. So you're playing into like Loki's chaotic manner. But it does seem with the High Priest, there's a little bit of a hidden agenda, a dead weight, so to speak. And it doesn't seem like the person is really perceptive to what you got going on. And you're almost to the point to where you're done with it. But then we got the Magician and the Two of Wands. So the Magician is telling me that you need to amp up your power. You need to really bring in that Loki energy and harness it to spread this energy outward. And with the Two of Wands, once you start doing that, that's going to bring them in closer and able to manifest what it is that you're trying to achieve with this goal. But I also do want to say to you with this, The Magician, as we know with Loki, he's very tricky. He can shapeshift. He can do all these different things. You need to use the Magician. The Magician shows people what they want, not what they have, you know what I mean? And it kind of goes in with the rest of your reading, that hiddenness that you don't show into the world. You need to up that illusion to keep what is hidden. And with the Two of Wands, just make sure that you don't get sloppy. Because whatever's going on, if you start getting sloppy, it is going to derail the illusion that you have put out into the world. So hopefully this helps you. In conclusion, you know, we all have things that we hide from people, and, you know, because either fear or whatever it may be. But you got to realize to be true to yourself as well in the same hand. So don't, you know, try to push it aside so much that you start to get that fragmented piece of where it's not whole. So with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this reading. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. Did it resonate with you? Did it feel right to you? If so, you know, let me know. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And hopefully we can see you again here on this channel. Without further ado, goodbye. And always remember, have fun.